Good morning, New Canaan High School. I'm Rob Frangione.
And I'm Katherine Evans,
coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Wednesday, January 29th, and a day B.
This is our first broadcast of the second semester, and the start of the second semester means that our time here is almost over.
I know, Katherine. I can't believe how fast these past 4 years have gone by, but we have one final push towards the end of the year, so we should make sure to start off strong.
That's right, Rob. And to help everyone with just that, we have a lot of news to cover today, between important updates for juniors and seniors, the highly anticipated winners of the Math Music Video Contest, and tips to stay healthy this winter. We have a lot to talk about.
Sounds like it, but before all that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're in the thick of the flu season, and as you may have noticed, a lot of students have been getting sick lately. We had NCTV's Katherine Evans and Bianca Formoso meet up with our district nursing supervisor, Ms. McIntosh, to get some information on how to stay healthy and some of the resources available at the nurse's office. Let's see what she had to say.
My name is Teresa McIntosh, and I am the district nursing supervisor for New Canaan Public Schools. So right now, we are definitely getting many reports of flu A, some flu B that's starting to emerge. There's a lot of cases of norovirus going around, and we are getting some reports of some COVID cases as well. And then just your typical respiratory illness that we see this time of year. Well, it's very typical for this time of year. You know, we spend a lot more time indoors. We're not getting fresh air. We're not airing rooms out. So, you know, winter typically has a much higher rate of illness, you know, than summertime, when we're spending a lot more time outdoors, getting sunshine and extra vitamin D, which is very helpful to our immune systems as well. There's a number of things that students can do to prevent getting sick. One of the easiest things you can do, of course, is hand washing. You know, if you can't access soap and water, if you use a hand sanitizer that's at least 60% alcohol, that will definitely suffice. Another thing to always remember is hygiene after you've sneezed or coughed. Always wash your hands, because now you have those germs in your hands. If you cover your hands with your mouth, it's always better to cover, with the crook of your arm, but sometimes we forget to use our hands. So it's important to always wash your hands afterward as well. Students can come to the health office for tissues. We have a student bathroom if you need to come here for a place to wash your hands, although you can use any bathroom here in the school that you have access to. And then we're certainly here if you have any questions regarding, your health, if you're not feeling well. We can help guide you in the right direction. We're always here to answer any questions any of you may have.
Thanks, Ms. McIntosh. That was a lot of useful information, and I had no idea so many students were out sick. The high school does have guidelines on when students should stay home, so if you guys are feeling any of the following symptoms, such as fever, persistent cough, nausea, sore throat, or shortness of breath, make sure that you stay home from school and don't get others sick. If you do meet these guidelines, go to the nurse's office. Let's stay healthy, NCHS.
Seniors, we've got some reminders for you all. Internship interviews are well underway and should be scheduled. If you haven't already, look for the email from Ms. Dalmazio and sign up as soon as possible. Also, something coming up is the required senior graduation portfolio. This portfolio, which is mandatory, has you reflect on your time at NCHS so you can highlight your best work. You will pick 3 artifacts from your time here at NCHS and write a little bit about them as shown in the rubric. Remember, this is a graduation requirement and is due February 10th. Each senior's portfolio will be assessed and given a pass-fail graded credit. If you fail, you will not be able to go on an internship. Please keep an eye out for Mr. Remley, as he will be visiting classes throughout this week helping out with the project. So don't procrastinate. This stuff will sneak up on you before you know it.
Speaking of things sneaking up on us, juniors and junior parents, your college meetings are coming up. The junior parent college meeting will begin to take place in the counselor's office. If you don't know what the meeting is about, students will talk about their college plans. Whether they are finding out what schools will suit them best or narrowing down a field of study, this meeting will help parents and students have a better idea of what they want as they begin the college process. Ms. Pocha will send out an email to you and your parents, so make sure to check your schedules to see when you're free for a meeting. You will also receive a letter home to remind you about scheduling and what you need to prepare. The meetings will run through April, so start signing up now.
The annual New Canaan Color Drop is coming up soon. For those of you who don't know what it is, the Color Drop is a town-wide fundraising event where a helicopter will fly overhead dropping 2,000 golf balls over a target. The golf balls closest to the target will win one of the many prizes. All proceeds will be donated to need-based scholarships for NCHS graduates. The Color Drop is a raffle with the grand prize being a brand new Chevy Colorado truck. Each ticket costs $100 and you will get a numbered golf ball. The event will be on March 22nd at 10 a.m. at Waveney Park. Here's a list of some of the incredible ones. So if you want to buy a golf ball and donate, go to nccolordrop.ourraffle.org.
The math music video contest just wrapped up and we have our 3 winners. The math music video is an opportunity for students to write, perform, and produce a song that makes a math skill or concept easier to learn. Last week, students voted on the top 5 videos and the results are finally in. Here are the top 3 videos. In 3rd place is Soap to Go by Karina Gustafson, Melanie McMurray, and Gabrielle Savelli. In 2nd place is Binomials, created by Pranav Sant, Rohan Shenoy, Brandon Ma, and Thomas Passan. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The overall winner of the Math Music Video 2025 is Prime 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 by Teddy Blanc, Michael Telesco, Jordan Alexander, and Tucker Kozovsky. Congratulations to the winners and congrats to everyone who participated. The videos were amazing and so much fun to watch. Stay tuned for the end of the broadcast where we will show the full version of Prime Prime Prime.
The NCHS Collab Concert is coming up on Tuesday, February 11th. The school's band, orchestra, and choir will unite for a performance that allows each musical group to learn more about each other. With rehearsals already underway, NCTV's Colin Finnerty caught up with orchestra teacher Mr. Fix to discuss how this ambitious project is coming together.
We try to be as creative as we can when we're programming for this concert. We're somewhat limited by the repertoire that we can all do together, but we're having Frank Sinatra music, we're having some James Bond music, and all kinds of great stuff. I think the students get a lot out of the collaboration concert because we get to combine. Normally we're just doing our own ensembles, and they get more insight into what each group is doing, and also they get, there's something about the energy that's combined when we all get together and make music.
Hard, so make sure to save the date and go to the concert because this is going to be a good one. Our Rams athletes have also been working extremely hard as they are nearing the postseason. Let's send it over to Danielle O'Malley to hear more about it. Danielle?
Thanks, Catherine. And the athletes have definitely been ramping up as they begin their fight for a spot in the playoffs. Their strong efforts have been shining through these past few weeks, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm Danielle O'Malley, and this is your Rams Sports Report. Boys basketball has been on a roll these last few weeks, standing with a record of 8-4. Since mid-January, the boys have won 4 of their last 5 with big wins over both Wilton and Stanford. In those games, heavy senior leadership from players like Michael Smith and Luke Robinson, along with key performances from junior Henry Chandra, have propelled the Rams as they look to make FCX. Last night, the boys lost to Brian McMahon by a score of 57-49, but they have a chance to bounce back this Friday as the boys head down to Darien for the annual rivalry. If you can't attend, don't worry, the game will be streamed on our YouTube at NCTV 78 with DAF Media. Boys track and field is still rolling with senior captains Spencer Payne and Ryan Bollinger both breaking their own records in the 600 and the mile respectively. On Saturday, the boys ran solid times highlighted by tons of PRs by the distance team, lots of solid times by the sprinters, and great distances by the throwers. Looking ahead, the boys have the FCAC Eastern Divisional Championship meet this coming Saturday. Traditionally, the boys haven't ran their best athletes in the meet, but the captains are confident they have a great chance to win the meet this season following their success all across the board this year. Good luck, boys, and bring home some hardware. Girls indoor track has had 2 meets this past weekend. On Friday, some of the Rams traveled to New Haven, where sisters Charlotte and Xana Moore PR'd in the 3200 and 600 respectively. Following that, the rest of the team competed at Wilton, also putting up solid times there. This coming Saturday, the girls will be looking to defend last year's FCAC Eastern Divisional title and qualify more athletes for the FCAC Championship, which is the following week. It'll be tough after the losses sustained from last season, but the girls have confidence that they can rise to the occasion. Girls basketball is looking decent this year despite having a 4-8 record. They are looking for wins in the next few games in order to stay in the top 8 and qualify for the FCAC tournament. The Rams had a game last night against Brian McMahon where they got a much-needed win, taking them down 45-37, keeping them in the FCAC conversation. Looking ahead, the girls have one of the biggest games of the year. They take on rival Darien in a heated matchup away on Friday at 5:30. Be sure to make the trip over to Darien because this is sure to be a good one. If you can't make it, NCTV will also be covering this one with DAF Media, so make sure to tune in on our YouTube at NCTV 78. Boys swim and dive is still looking strong with a 4-3 record despite losing a favored win last Friday against Darien. However, the team remains optimistic that they will bounce back in time for playoffs as they look for a 5-peat in states. Senior captain Everett Trigg spoke to NCTV's Will Sexton about the loss, what it means to be a team, and the long road ahead.
Yeah, we're coming off an unfortunate loss from Darien. It was on Friday. Leading up to Darien, we had a shortage of people coming to practice. We're looking forward to beating Greenwich, Norwalk, and Danbury up in this coming week. Yeah, so Greenwich and Norwalk, they're very tough competitors, but hopefully our team steps up there and we can get it done. Danbury, it's a bit easier, but hopefully, again, we can get it done there.
They face Brian McMahon today at 6 p.m., so good luck, boys. Boys wrestling is dominating this season with a 13-2 record. After a challenging slate of matches, including a hard-fought win against Wilton, last Saturday they faced off in a tournament versus Glastonbury, Cromwell, Weathersfield, and Northwestern. They won all 4 matchups by a combined score of 222-91. Tonight is senior night versus Fairfield Ludlow, so make sure to give a big congrats to seniors Teddy Getz, Michael Gabriel, John Baliute, Lucas Williams, Lachlan Ivaneza, Aditya Tiagi, Joaquin Garcia Berg, Grant Harvey, and Dylan Mastriani on an awesome year so far. They take on the Falcons at home at 7, so good luck, boys. Boys hockey has continued their incredible season, maintaining an undefeated record of 12-0. The boys picked up some big wins recently against Fairfield Prep and Greenwich, and most recently faced off against the Stamford West Hill Co-op for senior night, where they dominated 6-0. Senior goalie Brendan Harmon has been amazing in net, leading the state in shutouts with 4. And while he missed last game with an injury, Rogan Lowe has been on fire, having 2 hat tricks against both Darien and Greenwich. For that, Rogan, you are our Ram of the Week. Congratulations, Rogan, and if you want to nominate a future Ram of the Week, email us at nctv78@gmail.com. The boys make the long trip up to Simsbury tonight, so good luck and keep up the momentum. Girls hockey is on a tear, riding a 12-game win streak, sitting at a dominating 14-1 record. The girls' most recent win came in a 7-5 victory over the Wilton Norwalk McMahon Co-op, where they had 5 different goal scorers, including a hat trick from senior captain Maddie Tully. The girls now await a tough tilt in a top 10 matchup versus LaSalle Academy this Saturday at the Darien Ice House. But we're going to have to wait for the most anticipated game of the season, which is still over a week away. Their rematch with rival Darien, the only team they have lost to thus far. Mark your calendars because you don't want to miss this one. Things sure are getting exciting as the Rams pave the path to the postseason. I can't wait to see what everyone does, and I especially can't wait to see our athletes bring home some hardware in the coming month. That's all from me. Rob, Katherine, back to you.
Thanks, Danielle. Sounds like the transition from our Rams regular season into the playoffs is going to be very entertaining.
That's right, Rob. I'm definitely excited for what's to come. I'm also excited to see what the weather will bring us this week since it's been so cold. For more on that, we have NCTV's John Frieders. John, what's the weather looking like this week?
Thanks, guys. And Katherine, you're right. You're going to continue needing that jacket, though, as it's going to be cold. Temperatures in the chilly degrees for the next couple of weeks. What's up, NCHS? I'm John Frieders, here to give you the rest of this week's weather. It's been a cold start to this week, but for the rest of today, it's going to be partly cloudy with highs sitting in the mid-40s with lows in the frigid 20s. Shifting to Thursday, there's highs in the mid-30s and lows in the upper 20s. Despite all those cold temperatures, I do have some good news for Friday, as temperatures will not dip below the 30s. Now let's talk about the weekend. On Saturday, the rain and clouds will go away and the sun will finally pop out. But don't let that trick you, as the high remains in the mid-30s with temperatures plunging down to the high teens. On Sunday, we have a small chance of snow, so maybe we can bring out those sleds finally and go sledding. The trend of temperatures peaking in the mid-30s will also continue on Sunday. Well, that's all for this week's weather, and I hope everyone has an amazing rest of the week. Rob, Katherine, back to you guys.
Thanks, John. I really do hope it snows a lot on Sunday so we can finally have a much-needed snow day on Monday.
I know, I hope so too, Rob. Before we go, we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Teresa Kelly, Lila Koch, Grace Polici, and Lana Savar. Have a great day, guys.
Also, please make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at NCTV78, and subscribe to our YouTube channel also at NCTV78.
We leave you now with the winning math music video, Prime, Prime, Prime.
Have a great rest of your week, NCHS.
Tonight, don't wanna study past midnight. Deriving gives me quite a frantic fright. It cannot be that hard.